my experience as a spiritual teacher now for close to 40 years, actually, is that essentially people are unconscious of what moves inside of them. And they don't realize that actually, in many ways, they're creating their lives through their choices. And the outcomes have not been the best. And so people, have disease, and they have relationships that are falling apart, and they have, all sorts of troubles in their work and their career, making money, things like that. But what they haven't realized is ultimately that behind all of it, that they're pulling the strings. And what I've learned is that there is the strings of success. Like, you can have people that learn success, and I've worked with, some very, very wealthy, millionaires, billionaires, actually. And what I find is that having all that money and all that materialism doesn't mean that they're happy, doesn't mean their lives are working. In fact, a lot of ways their lives are a mess, and that it didn't work. And what I learned is that the way life works, the key to life working, is actually following the voice of God. That is the master secret of life, that by following the voice of God, that everything starts to come into alignment. It doesn't mean you're going to become a billionaire, but it means you'll have enough and you'll be happy with what you have. You see, and if you choose a relationship, you'll choose a relationship that actually, where the person will love you, rather than it just being a picture of what you want, but the person doesn't love you. You get, it gives you the things that you really need. If you attend the University of Sufism or the Institute of Spiritual Healing, what you're going to find is that we're going to teach you how to follow the voice of God. That is the primary teaching that you're going to be learning. The first level one, the first 18-month program, is what is the voice of God? How does that voice of God speak to you? How do you learn to follow it? Where does it take you? What do you do with it? That's the major teaching. Secondly, you're going to learn to identify the other two voices and learn how to, in a sense, neutralize them. You're going to learn how not to follow the voice of the shaitan, the voice of darkness. And you're going to learn how the voice of self leads you astray again and again and again, and why you don't want to choose it. So that's the first core teaching of the ISH programs. Secondly, you're going to learn how to purify those places in yourself that are creating problems within you. And we use the APURE TB system, which is a process, a 7-step process of purifying out the hidden places inside of yourself that are driving you towards the bad choices, towards choosing things that create suffering for you, and ultimately things that cause problems in your life. So APURE will teach you how to discharge them, how to clean them, how to purify them. And you'll be amazed, when they're gone, they just don't operate. They're just not there. So you're just not choosing them. They're not even a thought. They're just literally like they don't exist anymore. So the APURE is the second piece. And third thing is, you'll be getting basic foundational Sufi knowledge on all different parts of your life. Like what does it really mean to be in relationship? And what is the difference between a relationship of the heart versus a relationship of the self? What does it mean to honor somebody and to be in humility with somebody versus being dominant or oppressive with somebody? What does it mean to be authentically who you are versus, putting on a mask and being what you're not? So we're going to be teaching you how to do that. And the results of all of it is that you're going to find yourself. You're going to find who you are. You're going to find who you are, who you really are. And you're going to find that you like yourself. You're going to begin to love yourself. And then you're going to start receiving that divine guidance. And that together is, once you experience it, it's extraordinary. It's like hitting a home run in your life. Your life starts to work in incredible ways very, very quickly. And that is the major thrust of our first level one 18-month program, is to teach you those things.